Hi there, viewer. How are you feeling today? Happy full moon in Scorpio. So, over the 22nd, 23rd of April, depending where you are in the world, we have the full moon in Scorpio, and we're going to look at the energies around the full moon and what that means for you through this reading. And we'll look at what's impacting you and what's impacting in the collective. I'll talk a little bit about just the energy around the full moon first, and then we'll get into the reading. But I will timestamp that below if you want to skip straight into the reading. So this full moon in Scorpio is also called the pink moon, and it's called the pink moon because it's when the pink wildflowers used to show up in North America, and that's where it got its name from. And it's affecting fixed signs more if you've got prominent fixed energy in your chart. So prominent Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius in your chart, it might be affecting you more, but it is affecting all of us because we've just had some very, very powerful energy with the Jupiter Uranus conjunct being conjunct this week, or just a few days ago, but like perfectly conjunct. And we've just come off eclipse season. We've just gone into Taurus with the sun. So there's lots of different energy at play. We've also got Pluto square the moon this time. And what that does is create like a very intense, it kind of doubles the intensity of the energy where we are shown things that aren't working. We're shown blocks. We come up against a wall, and the wall is immovable, and that is in our path so that we can stop and reflect and evaluate. And with the Scorpio energy, it's all about diving deep, digging deep, hidden depths. Scorpio is also about passion, deeply, deeply passionate energy, what we desire, how we are connected with intimate partners, intimate partnerships, intimate relationships, our intimacy with ourselves, what makes us feel alive, how we are harnessing our power. And it really shows and reveals where in our life we're not satisfied, where we feel not fulfilled, where we really feel like we don't have anything electrifying happening. The Scorpio energy is often referred to as the sex, drugs, rock and roll energy. And we're looking at a lot of endings and beginnings because Scorpio is all about transformation, constant transformation in the headspace, emotional body in particular, situations as well. It might show up in situations, but it's all around endings, beginnings, reclaiming our power, reclaiming desire, intimacy, passion, and getting clarity on really what that is for us in our life, especially when it comes to relationships. Um, the inner truth energy is very strong with this full moon, and it's the inner truth and truth in intimacy that can be very strong. So if you felt this in connections, doesn't have to be romantic partnerships, it can be family, but close emotionally close connections can feel very sensitive, very sensitive to this energy as well at the moment. So we're really looking at letting go of things that aren't serving us. It's letting go of things that don't make us feel alive, where we're not embracing our power, our true potential, in terms of how powerful we can be energetically, emotionally, with ourselves, in situations that we're in relationships that we're in. So it's shedding old skin and rebirthing. So it's the death and rebirth cycle. So let's have a look and see what kind of energy you might be picking up on, viewer. What might be impacting you right now with this full moon in Scorpio. Oops. Okay, we have communication is key, new moon in Gemini. So where this is impacting relationships in particular, it could be to do with communication. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Wow, very powerful energy. Okay, so this is really about reclaiming our power in our authentic self with this North Node energy coming up. What else do we have? Show the world the real you, full moon in Aquarius. Exactly. Oh, we had we had a flip there, which I didn't see. Okay, we've got new moon in Scorpio, which happens, it's the opposite side of the year. So that happens in November. I want to say November. Is it? No, yeah, it's November. What else do we have? I feel to keep shuffling through, or I will flip these around in a second. There we go. There's something else. Take time to breathe out. Okay. So we've got communication is key, new moon in Gemini. We have, and this could be how you're thinking about relationships as well, but think it could be that you've been overthinking about something that you really want to transform in a particular connection. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Our North Node, this is our deepest level of fulfillment. So with the Scorpio energy, it's quite deeply rooted in passion, what we feel passionate about. And with our North Node energy, it's where we feel the most fulfilled. And it's aligning those two. And we've got show the world the I cannot talk under this full moon for some reason all day. Sorry, viewer. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. Pluto is also in Aquarius at the moment. So where we've got the moon square Pluto, Scorpio rules Pluto. And we've got Pluto that's just moved into Aquarius this year, moves out and back in again later this year. But this is all about being authentic, being completely authentic. And this is about the freedom. And with Scorpio energy as well, there's a beauty in Scorpio energy with being free with our desires, being free with how we express our desires, particularly in intimate relationships. And we've got you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. Scorpio is all about fears and depths as well. So there could be fears coming up that's showing where there are kind of thought patterns or habits or situations that don't support this North Node energy. And we've got, I think this came through first, we've got work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So this is like the completion with the new moon energy coming out. It's like the completion cycle. And we've got take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Things don't have to be done really quickly. With the Jupiter Uranus conjunction this week, it could be, there could be a feeling that to move forward, you could be feeling like a wave to move forward. But with the Sun in Taurus, and there's kind of slow and steady energy, so you could be feeling that you want to do something, but it's not quite the right time to act. This might be a time to communicate. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Wow. Yeah, and this, the last few days, and including this full moon in Scorpio, has been all about change. Big changes, big expansion. There has been a lot going on in there always is a lot going on in this cosmos, right? There's always things changing and evolving, and there's so much energy at play all of the time, and it affects us all, of course, in different ways. Okay, but this week has been very deeply connected to change. What do we need to know about this powerful change? Okay, so we've got the Six of Earth. Okay, something's going to come a bit more back into balance. If you felt very lack, or like you've been drained of something, that's going to change. What else do we need to know? Eight of Water. Yeah, walking away, rebirth, death and rebirth, transformation of habits, relationships, potentially like any kind of relationships. We've got, okay, there we go. Right, we have, yeah, if you do feel, viewer, that you haven't got the energy to fulfill or to take action on something, the energy at the moment is just being kind of, it's just culminating in you. It's just kind of gaining momentum, but inside we've got something that we're walking away from. You're not going to feel so there's not going to be such a lackluster feeling with anything. This could be resources. This could be just how you feel just on your pathway at the moment. Things might feel really monotonous and the same, and very samey and very boring, very just very lackluster. But the energy of this full moon is giving you an opportunity, I feel, to really shed that old skin, to get rid of things that aren't working, because in order for something to come in where you feel really passionate about something, or you feel really excited and moved by something, it's like life, you need your life to have the room for that to kind of be able to expand in your life. We've got the Eight of Water, Eight of Cups. So this is walking away from something in a knowing that something better is further down the road. And it's trusting that intuition. We've got the Three of Fire, not quite knowing, where we're going, but trying, taking different steps, having made some moves and seeing that they're coming together, but we're still on early stages of that. And we've got the Nine of Fire. So being in a bit of defense mode. We've got the King of Earth. Okay. So there's a time for resting and going inward right now. And if you feel like you're struggling to take action, or you're really trying to take action and you can't quite understand why you can't take this action forward, it's because at the moment we need to be I want to say in process, because this change is happening and we need to take time for that to happen, because we're gearing up on an emotional level, on an energetic level. Yes, Emperor. Yeah. You don't need to rush when you're in this Emperor energy. You don't need to rush. And we've got the Hermit mode. Yeah. So we've got, we're in Hermit mode. That's important. That feels really important right now, because we are transforming from the inside out. And that's the long lasting change is when we transform inside out and when we can really go deep within. Okay, I want to have a look at what's happening, where this might be showing up for you. Let's see where this might be showing up. Where might this be showing up for the viewer? Where is it impacting the most? Okay, because this could be in any area of life. I feel for a lot of you, this is in several areas of life. It's like a theme that's spreading across a lot of different areas. Grand Cross Provoker. Okay. Yeah. There could be something coming up, or something that you're in already, I feel for a lot of you, where we feel whatever we're doing, whatever step we're taking to try and make things better, whatever we're trying to walk away from and make something balance out a bit more, take action in the right direction. We're kind of like trying to be fueled with this passion. We're coming up against obstacles and challenges and blocks in the road. I feel like this is on purpose, because we need to fully walk away from everything that isn't serving us to get into our true North Node energy. South Node, life's debts. Yeah, that's why. So where we are in our kind of comfort energy. So the South Node is where we feel comfortable. It's where we don't really have to try very hard. It's things that come very naturally, not talents necessarily or gifts, but it's where we feel very natural. It's the energy we feel very familiar with. And the North Node is where we feel most fulfilled, but it's always on the other side of some challenge. So with this full moon energy, what Spirit's saying to us here is we really are being given an opportunity to go deep within and see what we need to walk away from. Mental energy, physical possessions, situations, relationships, jobs. This could be anything, any area of your life. What is it that we need to walk away from? And then taking the steps to walk away from that, because that's where this King of Earth, Emperor energy comes in. But until then, we're in this hermit mode. And we've got Pisces, I believe. So this is the completion water energy supporting this full moon as well. Things that you need to be aware of could be coming up in dreams for some of you. And we've got, why am I these all upside down? 12th house escape. So 12th house and Pisces. So Pisces rules the 12th house. So there's something about not being an escape. Not being an escape at all, shedding light on things that we really need to see right now and taking the time to do that. Some of you, I'm just getting a feeling as well, some of you might be feeling very tired, possibly like very heavy on the head or headaches, but feeling quite tired. And that could be some of this 12th house energy. But it's really about believing that whatever is on the other side, we're walking away from something that looks like treasure that isn't treasure, and we know that there's something else further down the road for us. But we need to close the door on a lot of other things so that they don't come with us from our south node energy to our north node energy. Okay, let's see. Let's have a look what's hidden here. I've gone in a different order that I thought I was going to go into today. So let's have a look. I feel like this is a spirit takeover, as always. Let's have a look what might be hidden here. Because the 12th house is all about what's hidden. And I feel like we're being held somewhere, like mentally, emotionally, and physically in the 3D, being held somewhere to make sure that we look at all of the areas we need to look at in order to let them go so that they don't go forward with us. Yes, confusion. That's this 12th house energy. Uncertain, unclear, unsure. So we're really not sure which way to go right now. What decision to make, maybe what to even say, maybe what to communicate. What else do we need to know about what's hidden with this energy right now, particularly in the next few days? We've got shallow, hollow, empty, boredom. There is a boredom feeling. There's like we don't feel fulfilled because everything feels really shallow, and we know that there's more fulfillment. What else do we need to know? Chasing, pursuit, toxicity, resilience. This is chasing things that aren't fulfilling, and I feel that is what needs to be realized in order to walk away from it. So we're chasing towards things that feel like we kind of want them, we kind of think we want them, but we don't, because they don't actually bring us the greatest sense of satisfaction. And we've got stress, turbulence, tension, arguments. So this energy of really not knowing where we're going could be causing a lot of stress. Running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. So this could be you or somebody else, or a situation where you feel like you've just gone into hermit mode, or where somebody or something feels like it's in hermit mode, or you're shying away from something. What else do we need to know with this running energy? Beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. Yeah, okay. And we've got commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity. And one day, someday, somewhere, another time. Okay. So with this commitment energy, this could be impacting a marriage or a long-term commitment. It doesn't have to be. This is the commitment that you have to yourself. Primarily, the commitment you have to yourself and to your North Node energy, to what really brings you joy, to being in the depths of your desires. And there's beauty in that, and you can feel that beauty, viewer. You can feel the beauty of the fulfillment, the joy that doing something that your heart is calling to do, but it could be that you can't see that at the moment because it feels really unclear. I feel like it's unclear because of other things that are blocking it. Other maybe it's like if you kind of like netball, but you really absolutely love swimming and you go to netball 3 times a week. It's kind of hiding the fact that there's no space or time to feel like you can go swimming. It's going to be totally different, and that's just to highlight the energy that I'm getting from spirit. But we know that we can make this, we can have this one day. We know that there's been things in our lives where it's taken us to where we are, and it's kind of the gratitude for that. But then, but then, what do we need to walk away from to then get that one day wish that we had once upon a time at some point? Okay. Let's see what's happening on your journey here. See what's happening on the journey. What are we coming across on the journey, Spirit, please, right now with this energy? What are we coming across with the energy on the journey? There's something exhaustive about chasing something that we know we actually don't want to chase, but we don't know what to do if we stop chasing. Magic prayer, yeah. This is the wish. There's something, a whisper of a wish that we have had in the past that we feel excited, almost excited about moving towards, but there could be a fear there about moving towards something. Stuck in the mud. Stay in the moment. This is spirit saying, stay in the moment. Look around you. Don't worry if you feel stuck. It's not about being stuck. It's about being present. We're never stuck. Although it can feel, of course, it can feel like that. And we've got balancing act. Yeah. There's something where I feel like you're balancing life, time, relationships, energy, money, something. We're balancing a lot. It feels like it's going to collapse. And the reason it feels like it's going to collapse, if that resonates for you, is because we're not doing what we feel to be true for ourselves. So we're like really, really struggling to keep things in balance, to keep things exactly where they need to be, to keep things positioned where they need to be, so that it doesn't all fall down. But there's also an energy here that's the same energy, but the flip the other way. So we know that we can balance everything, and that we can take anything on when we're in complete joy, complete fulfillment. And we've got strength. Yes, you can be poised for anything. You can be holding the world in your hand and moving in a new direction with your other hand. I just want to show you the whole card here. You can be in any energy and be ready and be poised. Yeah. There's an immense amount of strength that you are showing right now with what's happening in your life right now. But there's also an immense amount of strength that is waiting to come out. And we've got wishing well. These aren't supposed to be upside down. I think I've just shuffled them half and half. This is the energy of we wished for something, or we thought we were lucky to get something, or we kind of didn't dare to wish as greatly as what we wanted to, for fear that it wouldn't happen, or for fear that we might be asking too much, or something around that area, perhaps in kind of around the energy. But there's something with this energy as well of we can go and get whatever we want. We can put those things in motion. This is where the commitment comes in, to ourself. This is the commitment to ourself, the commitment to our own power, our own strength, and intention. Yeah, it's the intention that we have around this. We've got 11, 22, and 44, I think, here, haven't we? Yeah. Yeah, the intention. So what's the intention? If you can't get clear on something that's specific, something that feels rooted in your situation, if the practicalities don't feel clear, have a look at what the intention is, because you might get an answer around the intention of something. It might feel clearer, feel a lot more accessible when we're looking at the intentions, because if we know actually the intention there is to be maybe in some way safe with this South Node energy coming up, it's like, okay, but my intention is to be to have this wish fulfillment. My intention is this magic prayer. So what needs to change? What do I need to walk away from in order for that to have room in my life to come into play, or to have the opportunity for that to be able to come in, or take that up in some way? And this could be appearing in any part of your life, or more. I feel like for a lot of you, more than one area of life. Okay, let's have a look at what we might be wanting to leave behind. What might be we needing? That was very bad English and grammar. What are we needing to let go of, or what is it that we might be needing to let go of? Yeah, fear of failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So feeling like we failed, feeling like we didn't do something right, feeling like we let ourselves down, let other people down. What else do we need to let go of? Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. So this is talking, and it's been touching on relationships a lot in this reading so far. But there is something around balancing self and other, which is some of the very powerful energy we had with eclipse season. But having the healthy choice for ourselves, and this is the South Node, North Node energy again. The choosing the relationships where we can be deeply ourselves, where we feel that we can express our desires. Oh, okay. Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So for some of you, this might be a regret in a relationship, or a regret where maybe there's a relationship where there's failure, where there's perceived failures in a relationship. Because I don't want to say that there's failures, because that's never the case. But it feels like it could feel that way for us at the time. But Spirit is saying this is the moment to release any regret that you have, any feeling of failure, any feeling that is connected to relationships, romantic, family relationships, work colleagues. And we've got freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Yes, embracing freedom. Scorpio in Scorpio full moon, and then Pluto in Aquarius is all about this freedom. The freedom to act out our deepest desires and to move in that direction. Okay, let's see what is being healed as we go along this pathway. What's the medicine and what's being healed? Okay, we have Ancient Forest, Talking Stick, and Grandfather Sky. Yeah. Okay. There's the medicine, really, for some of you, the medicine is Earth, which is beautiful with the Scorpio Taurus combination that's happening right now. And something about the Earth, there's something about the wisdom of your soul, wisdom of the spirit guides as well that are around you, perhaps. And sharing your story and not feeling like you are limited in how you express, particularly vocally or in written. This is allowing everybody to have their say and listening, but also the art of storytelling. And the first card we had was communication is key. And Grandfather Sky. So this is deep connection with your spirit guides. This is the magic prayer. This is asking for protection. This is asking for that wisdom. This is asking for our wishes, but in communication with spirit as well. I feel that there's a communication, there's a dialogue here with spirit. And for some of you, that might be appearing in your dreams with the 12th house and with Pisces energy, and asking for clarity around something that you feel unclear about right now could be coming up in dreams for you, or in a deep meditative state. Okay, where are we going now, Spirit? Let's have a look at chakra energy. I feel meditation. Wow, okay. I'm going in a completely different order today as well, so I don't know where we're going to go next. Yeah, okay. Meditation. To see more clearly, close your eyes. And this is the crown chakra. So if you do feel stuck, if you really feel like you cannot see your way through, the answer is within. The answer is a feeling, and it's a feeling, not words. That's what I'm getting from spirit here. It's a feeling, not words. And we've got love, heart chakra. Love is a verb, so make it your most treasured action. Yeah. This is why you feel like you can't move. Where we had, because the three of fire, the three of wands quite often is like referred to as watching your ships come in, having taken action. But with the energy that came out at the beginning, spirit were like, no, this is really not feeling like we know what action to take, and we're really early steps, and there's a feeling of pushing through on something, but because it's not in our deepest inner truth, that true intimacy with ourselves or with another or both, that's why the movement feels like we've got this brick wall in front of us. That's why we feel like we can't get somewhere. And it's not because we can't, because we absolutely can, and it is going to happen, but it's only when we break through the wall, because we can't fight our way through it, we have to feel our way through it. And we've got that with the 8 of water energy here as well, something that's not emotionally fulfilling, that's affecting our emotional body, how we are in our own uh, energy body, that's transmuted through the emotions. But especially with the Pisces energy coming up and this north south node energy, there's something else here in chakra energy. So we've got crown and heart chakra, and we've got the sacral chakra. Letting go. Letting go is not giving up. Sometimes it's the first step towards success. So this is really telling us not to hold on too tight, not to hold on tight at all. Is there anything else we need to know? Okay, there we go. And we've got safety, root chakra. In the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. Yeah, because there's a lot of change happening, not just with this full moon, but with a lot of the astrological movements that's happening, particularly this week, but that's happened this year. And it's a year full of lots of change, very powerful change, and sudden change especially. And being rooted is this strength card, the balancing act. So at the moment, it could feel like we're balancing and we're just about holding on. But there's also this strength with this Emperor energy, this Hermit energy, this King of Earth energy, such a beauty and a strength in being in this balance. Because we know that things could crumble, but we absolutely can catch things. We can reposition. We've got the strength to do anything we want to do because the intention is aligned with our deepest heart desire. That's what it feels like here for you. Let's have a look at, where are we going now, Spirit? Okay, let's see activations. What's happening in our activations on a more of an emotional level? What's happening in the emotional body for us? Okay, we have Cosmic Ocean, current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. Okay, so really very strong dream energy coming through, 12th house energy coming through. So there's new beginnings, the death and rebirth of Scorpio energy. But it could be for some of you, you're seeing in your third eye, or you're seeing in your dream state, or with like in meditation, perhaps there is something coming through. We know we've got this vision of what we know that we want to exist. That's the intention to follow. And with the cosmic ocean, it's the depth. It's the, like, what feels like the infinite depth. Okay, spirit says shuffle. Okay. What else have we got? Making waves. Momentum is building. It's your time, achievement. So you will get to where you want to get to. What you're pushing towards, it's not that you can't have achievement, you can't have success in this thing or this different things. If it's this energy is relating to more than one thing, it's not that you can't have it. It's just in order for spirit to give you what it is that they want to give you, it's like there needs to be walking like a step back from the wall and going in a different direction, not to get around the wall, but to go in a complete different direction so that you are completely fulfilled. Because where you're going almost limits you. There's a feeling of restriction. I think that's where we've got this freedom energy coming up for you as well. Okay. No, we're shuffling again. Okay, I just want to get one more for you. Here we go. Mother of salt waters, passion, wild love, open your heart, let love in. So if we're feeling restricted, particularly in the heart space, and especially because we had the heart chakra come out here, if we're feeling restricted in any way, and by restricted, it's like if we feel like we can't be passionate, if we can't love wildly and openly, that's what spirit is saying to look for. That's the feeling to look for. That's what's being activated right now as well. Okay, let's have a look at a bit of on pathway. Okay, what's kind of coming together for us here on a pathway level? We have path, the high priestess, true knowledge, peace, inner light. Okay, so this is the 13th path. There is a completion happening. There's a, like this with the full moon as well and the high priestess. This is the balancing of light and dark. This is the non-judgment of light and dark. This is spiritual, physical. This is the space between the worlds, but this is also sensuality. This is understanding the cosmos, understanding our kind of star being makeup. This is understanding the direction we want to go in, also understanding the completion in terms of spiritual evolution and the steps to go into spiritual evolution as well. There's something very, very, very precise being awoken, I feel, for a lot of people with this energy. Something very precise. And with the feminine coming out here, this is the inner knowing and the wisdom, and then the yang energy, the balanced out by the masculine energy. And we've got the Hanged Man, tolerance, new perspective, and life purpose. Interesting. Okay. There's something about being very gentle here. Being very gentle with ourselves and with others, and looking deep within. We've got Neptune energy here as well. This, and with the Hanged Man energy, there's enlightenment, and with the same with the Hermit energy, we've already had a moment of awakening or moments of awakening, and we already know the truth, but we haven't taken action in truth yet because the opportunity hasn't been right, it hasn't felt right, or perhaps we're feeling scared or stuck somewhere or in fear somewhere, particularly with the Hanged Man. But this life purpose energy is speaking to this North Node energy. And we have the Chariot, determination, discipline, and concentration, 18th path. Okay, so we've got Cancer energy coming up. We had Cancer energy, water and earth energy coming up so far. And that makes a lot of sense. This is about being grounded in our bodies, in our heart space, before we take action. And this is again about balance. So with the High Priestess and with the Chariot energy, we've got the black and white pillar. On traditional tarot cards, it's black and white pillar as well. And we've got the black and white horse. So it's to do with this duality. It's to do with connecting two things that are seemingly different and understanding they're the same. This is the oneness and the understanding of light and dark. Okay. There's something being balanced here. There's really something being balanced here, but it feels very inward. And with the Chariot, it's when we're ready, we charge ahead. As soon as we break through the barriers and the confines, we're charging ahead and off for kind of a new adventure. And to see where we can build a home that feels like home for us, and that's within ourselves first. But for some of you, that could be, especially with the Taurus energy at play right now, this could be a home, like a move of home. This could be a complete change in the home, and with Taurus and Jupiter energy, this could be buying a home for some, because this is to do with our financial resources. This is to do with our sense of security and also our deepest passions. So there could be something connected in that area for some of you as well. Courage, strength, fierceness, and family. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of courage being activated. The courage is within first, and then without, and then outside of us. Calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. Yeah, this is really understanding without judgment and allowing the processes to come through. Something that impacts family. I feel for a lot of you. Shamanic journey, purpose, attunement, vision, quest. This is that North Node energy coming up again for us. Yeah, so going towards what feels true, not what feels familiar and familiar and safe, familiar and regular. knowing that we want to move and having and trusting that when we take the decision to move and we have the courage to move, we'll be led on the right path, we'll be led on the right direction, in the right direction. Let's get some clarity now and just see what our spirit wants us to know with this energy, with this full moon energy. Let's have a look at this Eight of Water. What do we need to know about this Eight of Water energy? What are we walking away from? What do we need to look at in order to walk away from something that doesn't serve us? We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Oops. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Something we thought was going to come into fruition in the physical world, I feel like for a lot of you, it didn't come into fruition, certainly not the way that you had desired it. And now you feel like you don't know how to change it. This could be work for some of you as well. What Spirit is saying that needs looking at is the fulfillment. So are we getting enough? If this is work, are we getting enough financial reward for the effort that we're putting in? Are we depleting ourselves in order to have material gain? Are we in order to try and create security in something stable? Are we depleting ourselves of something else? Is there another way to do this? If this is a romantic situation, it could be the promise of something stable actually feels really disconnected emotionally. And it's looking at what the emotional disconnect is. Okay, what do we need to know about this communication? What do we need to know about this communication energy? This Six of Earth and communication, this new moon in Gemini energy. What do we need? Oops. Okay, we'll take this one. The Empress. So be assured that everything that you feel, think, are experiencing is valid, and it's got a place in the world to be said. This is the Empress energy, and we've got the Emperor and the Empress energy come up for you in the energy of the reading today. So this is being in your absolute certainty, being fully yourself, not hiding any part of yourself. This is a nurturing for yourself and others as well. For some of you, this could be pregnancy, or could be expressing that you want to have a family. Okay, what do we need to know? What do we need to know about this Three of Fire energy? About this hesitant action forward. That's the word I was looking for earlier, hesitant. What do we need to know about why this energy is feeling a bit hesitant right now? Page of Cups. It hasn't matured yet. It hasn't matured yet. There's something genuine here, but there's divine timing at play. It hasn't quite matured. Two of Wands, yeah. So we're clarifying this Three of Wands energy. It's taking a step back. So Three of Wands to Two of Wands, and then moving again. But we can't quite move yet because emotionally we are not in the place that we need to be to make the decision we need to make. But there is a desire here. Spirit's saying that they recognize that there's a desire for something else, something greater, something more, something deeper. Okay, let's clarify the overall energy. What do we need to know about the overall energy of the reading today, Spirit? Six of Cups, Knight of Cups. So for some of you, this is somebody from the past coming back in on a romantic level. For some of you, this is rekindling an existing long-term connection, perhaps. This is also, for some of you, maybe getting into a situation where it was always the type of, this is going to be different for all of you, but what I'm getting here is where you had a dream or a vision of how love could be, how fulfillment could be, how desire could be with this Knight of Cups energy. You had a vision of, or a feeling, or just a wish and a desire of how that looks, how that feels, how that shows up in your life. And something happened to make kind of knock that on its head and turn it upside down, where it wasn't the case. That's where we wished for something and we thought we were getting what we wished for, and actually we were getting something else. But this is available. What else do we need to know about the overall energy of the reading? Because this does feel accessible, very accessible, but it's about being in the right space and creating the room in life for it to appear. And we've got the Hierophant. Yeah. So for some of you, this is that spiritual, the depths of the spiritual awakening. For others of you, this is long-term commitment or marriage. Okay. What else? Is there anything else we need to know to clarify the energy right now for moving forward? Anything we need to know? Oh, we just had a flip there, didn't we? Yep, slow and steady wins the race, but slow and steady being in this certain energy. Because with where we've got the Hanged Man here, the Hanged Man traditionally is has very similar, if I turn this upside down, has a very similar stance. There's a moving when you know to move, being in the energy of just gratitude of what is, and trusting that what needs to come will come in and it will multiply. Because it's like there's no longer a feeling of restriction, there's a feeling of expansion, which could be supported by this Jupiter energy as well, which will be supported by this energy. But there's like a knowing that you are moving in the direction you want to move in and nobody else is going to take you off your path again. Is that feeling? What else do we need to know about the overall outcome energy? Overall outcome energy right now for the viewer. Overall outcome energy. Yeah, no longer feeling sad. We've got Four of Cups. Overall outcome energy. I just want to get one more. Here we go. I think this one wants to come as well. Yeah, emotional fulfillment. Nine of Cups. Oh, beautiful. And the Sun. No longer feeling sad. We're no longer in this Four of Cups energy. We are in this Nine of Cups Sun energy. So something gets illuminated, especially over the next kind of 3 weeks, 2 weeks. The energy is going to be particularly potent within the next week, particularly the next 3 days, 4 days. Okay, can you see that? I'm going to, oops, sorry, viewer. Just throwing the cards around as usual. There we go. Okay, let's get some last words of wisdom for you. There's for those of you who are where this is in response, or it feels like it's resonating for a romantic love situation, there is either a renewed love or new love coming in, depending on how your situation is or what it's relating to. And this could be old energy as well, or energy from 6 months ago, or energy that feels like it's coming up now, and this is what we need to be aware of to walk away from. Energetically, mentally, physically. For those of you where this is relating to like a work situation, perhaps, there's something coming that is a lot more fulfilling. But I feel for everybody, there's like spiritual breakthrough happening. Okay, let's get some last words of wisdom for you, viewer, and see what spirit wants to leave you with this energy. Unleash. Hold nothing back. Expand into the universe. Yes, there's this expansion energy feels very strong with you. Very strong. Yeah, expand into the universe. And this is where we understand that oneness as well, but not being limited. There's something about the freedom here, not being limited or restricted in any way anymore. That you could have felt limited or restricted in a relationship, a close relationship, could be a parent-child relationship. It could be in workspace. It could be in romantic, or even with yourself. We've got North Star. Hold your ground and shine bright and unwavering. Wow, with this, the North Node and the North Star, hold your ground. And that's what this Page of Cups is talking, so we're speaking to really as well, is holding your ground, moving when you want to move, not moving when you don't want to move. There's a real like this is who I am, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to experience, it feels very strong, because it's like nothing is set in stone. You don't have to make up your mind right away. You don't have to always, you don't have to have an idea now and have to stick to it. It's always fluid and flowing, and there's always openness to change or to be poised for something else to happen. It doesn't have to stay the same, but it has to stay satisfying, fulfilling, exciting, true. More than anything, it has to stay true. And we've got love to the moon and back. It's about, this is connecting to being really open of heart, passion, wild love, open your heart and let love in. So for some of you, this is really about being open to love, as well as opening, as well as loving the way that you want to love someone. I feel like there's one more here. What else do we need to know for the viewer? The moon. Take time to reflect. Wow. That this being the last card is very apt. This is the time, and this is what Spirit was telling us in the beginning. This is the time at the full moon to go within. So time to reflect, to go within. And then when we've done that, when we've taken a good, honest look right into the depths, that's where the endings can happen and the beginnings can start. And that's where we get this refreshed sense of renewal, this fresh sense of energy to move forward. But Spirit is saying be in a defense mode with energy, because you need this time. And it could be a few days, it could be just a meditation that will help shift something, but something is shifting inside to be fully released. And it's definitely on the pathway to being spiritually open, and spiritually open in intimacy, I feel here as well. But the south node, north node energy, whenever it comes up, whenever that's a strong impact of energy, it's always powerful, but it's the most fulfilling, most satisfying energy. Okay, viewer, I will leave it there for now, and I hope that you experience some words of wisdom through the reading here with Spirit today, that help you on your journey forward. Thank you for watching the reading with me as always, and I will catch you next time. Take care.